Hello and welcome everybody, it's Matt from PMGG here, doing my first impressions, just opening of these Sylvia starter, or actually I should just say the Grand Archive starter decks. This is the Silvie starter deck. Looks like she is a water tamer. Before, I didn't even realize it, but before the previous deck was Lorraine, she's a wind warrior, so that makes sense. I mean, we've discovered that during through, but this just tells you. So one of the cool things about the starter decks, if you're unaware of the Grand Archives, is they normally are just the standard list here in the material deck and the main deck. However, there is a 1 in like 30 chance inside the deck to actually get a collector card. Here is the quick start, learn how to play QR code if you want it. It gives you like the textured, still has this textured back and whatnot. Fantastic. And so hopefully get one of the collector things. That'd be cool. I have 3 starter decks that I purchased from Solar Games, from Mark over there, Solar Games. He gave me a wicked good deal, and yeah, it was like 15 bucks a piece. But yeah, so the cool thing is that these, why does it start at level 2? I never understood that. So from what I understand, you're supposed to start with the Spirit of Water, whatever the spirit is. So this is Spirit of Water because she's a water tamer, or water class or whatever. So this like starts the game, boom, and then you have your level 1. On enter the next animal or beast ally card you activate this turn enters the battlefield with an additional buff counter, which gives +1/+1 of power and life. 19 HP, 15 HP. And Silvie with the pack, Silvie Wild Whispers, and then Spirit of Water. Silvie Lineage. So you have to like level them up one by one, obviously. You have to start from, I'm guessing 0, because that has 15 HP, and then level 2, or level 1, and then level 2, and then level 3. So level 2 gives you, if you control an animal ally, draw a card. If you control a beast ally, draw a card. So if you control an ally animal and a beast, I'm guessing you draw 2 cards. That seems pretty strong. For only 2 cost. Animal and beast allies you control get +1 heart and intercept. Intercept means that you can block for your champion. This is your champion. Kind of like your commander if you're familiar with Magic. And then I think we're in the material deck. So Beast Bond Boots, 0 cost, banish. Beast Bond Boots, your champion gains Spell Shroud until end of turn. Units with Spell Shroud can't be targeted by spells. Okay, that makes sense. Beast Bond Ears, your champion gets +1 level as long as you control an animal or beast. That seems strong. The level, it seems like some cards reference the level, but like as far as like your actual character level, it only goes to 3. Like I don't know if there's any other champions that have like a higher level, but all of them so far have only went to level 3. But then there are cards that give higher level, and then there are cards that are enhanced by more level. So the higher the level, the better, of course. Beast Bond Pause. Banish Beast Bond Pause. Target animal or beast ally you control gets +1 and gains True Sight. Units with True Sight can attack units with Stealth. Okay. Flute of Taming. She has no eyes. Why does she have no eyes? Anyways, Flute of Taming. I'm guessing that's... What is that? Is that a symbol of tap? Okay, that looks like tap. Oh, I think in this game it's called rest. Or rested. Rest your flute. That seems... Anyways, your champion gets +1 level until end of turn. Okay. Or target animal or beast ally you control, or of your choice, gets +1/+1 until end of turn. That seems versatile. Simple, yet versatile. See, it's right there. Life Essence Amulet. Whenever an ally you control dies, well, it's not your turn, you may banish Life Essence, draw a card. Seems valuable. A Melodious Flute. Okay, so it seems like the wind is or not wind, water is like musical. There's 2 flutes. Yeah, 2 flutes. Your champion gets +1 level as long as you control an animal or beast. Okay. And then you can banish it. The next Harmony card you activate this turn is a melody in addition to its other types. Don't know what that means? Sick. Wind Resonance Bauble. Draw a card. Activate this only if you control... Only if an opponent controls a wind element champion. That seems... It seems bad, right? I'm guessing... I guess your material deck is like a sideboard where it like doesn't really necessarily matter. Alright, Seed of Nature. Seed of Nature enters the field rested. Okay, tapped. Boom. On enter, your champion gets 2 levels until end of turn. Okay. And then banish it, and your champion gets 2 more levels. So if you have a way to untap this, you can get 4 levels for 0 cost. Seems strong. Blissful Calling. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You may reveal an animal or beast card from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest in the bottom. That's nice. Little dig. Slow action. 3, 4 of those. Excellent. Empowering Harmony. So it's a Tamer skill Harmony. Your champion gets +2 level until end of turn. If you've activated a melody card this turn, draw a card. Okay. Makes sense. Grey Wolf. Pride 2. This ally won't obey you unless your champion is level 2 or higher. Okay. What does that mean? It won't obey you. I'm guessing you can't attack or block unless you have a level 2 or higher champion. Interesting. Rebellious Bull. Rebellious Bull enters the field tapped. Oh, it's a 2/2, by the way. Why are wolves are always 2/2 every time? Pride 3. This ally won't obey you unless your champion's level 3 for a 3/4. Okay, 5 cost. Pretty high cost. Scry the Skies. I was gonna say this looks like a damage, like meteors, but it's not. Glimpse level. See level. Draw a card into your memory. Okay, to glimpse, look at that many cards from the top of your deck. Put those cards back on top. So it's scry. It's scry, and then I don't know. So you glimpse first and then draw a card into your memory. So you scry, and then you put a card into your memory. So you don't draw it to your hand. Okay, 2 of those. Smack with Flute. All right. On attack, your champion gets +1 level until end of turn. And then Floating Memory. I like this Floating Memory ability. Basically, you can exile it from your graveyard and then pay for a cost for something else. Seems really cool. I like that a lot. Song of Nurturing. Allies you control get +2 heart until end of turn, and then class bonus. Those allies also get +1 sword until end of turn. Fast action. Seems alright. I don't really like situational buff cards that only last 1 turn. They're kind of like gotcha spells, so I don't really enjoy that much. If that's just like a one-time thing. It is until end of turn. So it's kind of like, eh. But, I mean, I don't know. I guess it could be okay. Trusty Steed. On enter, another target ally you control gets +2 until... So it seems like this deck is like it's all about the situational buffs, which, you know, don't really enjoy that much, but eh. Blue Slime. Pride 4. Ooh, won't obey you unless you're 4. 3 mana for a 1/4. That seems pretty bad. Whenever Blue Slime is dealt damage, put a buff counter on it. Okay. So it's one of those ones that grow and they take damage. I see. If it had Intercept, it'd be pretty awesome. I don't exactly know how attacking or blocking works in this game, so maybe it's insane. Your champion gets +1 level as long as you control an animal or beast. Excellent. Floating Memory. I like that. Very cool art as well. Dewdrop Hairs. Floating Memory for a 1/3, 2 mana. Yeah, cool. I like Floating Memory, so very cool. I almost wish there was a way to like self-mill yourself so you can get these into these kind of cards into the graveyard that don't really do much, but if they have Floating Memory, they help you like kind of like it's kind of ramp. That's pretty cool. Freezing Hail. So this is damage AoE maybe. Deal 2 damage to target unit. That unit doesn't wake up during its controller's next wake up phase. Wake up just makes you think of Search tanking. Wake up! Grab a bunch of little makeup! For fast 3. Giant Tortoise. It's just a 1/6 with a bunch of flavor text. Sure, I mean, whatever. 1/6. That seems bad, but it's a maybe good blocker? I don't know. Give Bath. Remove all temporary damage from target ally, and then Floating Memory. Okay. Maybe a way to save one of your dudes if they're about to die. Lakeside Serpent. Pride 6. Okay. Lakeside Serpent gets +1 attack for each water elemental card in your graveyard. Holy crap, that seems insane. So it's like a 5 mana 3/5 bare minimum, and then every water elemental card he gets juiced. 2 of those. Are those super rares? They're just rares. Insane. Mist Residence. Allies you control get +1 heart until end of turn. And it's a fast action. Harmonize. If you've activated a melody card this turn, allies you control assign damage with their life stat instead of their power stat. See, that's a strong effect, but it's 5 mana. There's only 1? Is that a super rare? That's just a rare. It's one of those, huh? Piper's Lullaby. Uncommon. If you control an animal or beast ally, your champion gets +1 level till end of turn. Rest up to 1 target ally. Apply this effect only if your champion class... Rest up to... So rest. What does that mean? Does that mean untap? No, wake up would be... Why would you tap? I mean, I don't know. I don't understand. You put one of your dudes to sleep? For some reason? Maybe rest removes damage? Revitalizing Cleanse. Reveal all cards in your memory. Recover X, where X is the amount of water cards revealed this way. Draw a card. Reveal all cards in your memory. Recover X, where X is the amount... What does recover mean? To recover, remove that many damage counters from your champion. Okay, so recover is... Oh, recover is healing your champion. Interesting. Cleric spell. Action fast cleric spell. 3 of those. Huh. Okay. Gaia's Songbird. 1/2. On enter, reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal a beast ally card. Put that card into your hand and the rest in the bottom in random order. That's nice. That it guarantees you get exactly what you need. Or if you need a beast ally card, you play this. There should be 4 of those, but there's only 3 of them. Invoke Dominance. And this is just not that important. Fast Preserve. Put this card into your material preserved as it resolves. Is there like a other side? What does preserved mean? As you materialize, you may instead return a preserved card to your hand. I see. So materialize must be the whole like paying cards. I think it's like probably leveling up your hero and then also paying cards from your memory to get those things from a materialized deck. Your champion gets +3 level until end of turn. You can't activate non-ally cards this turn. Doesn't seem very good, but it's a rare. Meadow Bloom Dryad. 1/3, 2 mana. Preserve. Okay, so go to your material deck. And whenever Dryad or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, put a buff counter on target ally. That seems good. Tamer Dryad. 3 of those. Uncommon. Terrasite. Preserve. Draw a card. Just a free draw card, huh? Seems interesting. Maybe if you don't have much to do and you're just looking for a way to draw cards. And then Virtus. Is this super rare? Nope, just rare. Virtus, Gaia's Roar. Pride 10. Okay. On enter, allies you control get +1 attack for each animal and or beast ally card in your graveyard until end of turn. Wow, that's a bomb. So I wonder, does the on enter effect still happen even if you don't have Pride 10? 4 mana for an 8/6. What a wild card. Huh. I mean, that seems like the bomb of the deck, of course. And I don't know, can you just play a bunch of those? Looks like Doazd. What does Doazd mean? Is that Dawn of Ashes? Dawn of Ashes. AD Alter Edition. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. This is just kind of quick. I have no idea how to play the game, but I figured I'd check it out, and I figured I would just open all the starter decks. Maybe I get one of the special cards. Otherwise, just a cool, blow through the deck, see what it. First impressions. That's what I'm talking about. First impressions. First impressions is interesting. I've watched one game, not really, not a ton, but I figure I work better playing the game. Watching somebody play the game, it didn't really seem that entertaining. But I do like the difference of like the mana. I like being able to basically the way you pay mana costs is you put them down face down in your memory zone, or basically like resource zone, and then at the next turn you get to pick them back up into your hand unless you want to pay for some of the material or the leveling up your hero. So that's kind of a nice way to change mana. I mean, Magic is so dated with mana. I don't know. I think it's a problem. It allows for some interactions, like landfall is cool and all. I enjoy landfall a lot. It's annoying when you're building the deck and 30 something cards are all lands, and it gets kind of boring when they're it's just lands, right? I'd rather just have a lot of these new games that are coming out, Alpha Clash and Dawn of Ashes not Dawn of Ashes, Grand Archive. They're all doing mana differently, and even games like Flesh and Blood with the mana up to the top right, and then Ashes Reborn does the same thing, where it's a different way of handling mana. Lands are just, I don't know, they're boring to me, I guess. They just take up space in the deck. How cool would your commander deck be if you just removed the 30-something lands and you got to put real cards in, and you just kind of exile a card from your hand and then get a land into play or something like that? Like a way to I don't know, just make it so those spots aren't just kind of not dead, but boring. Lands are boring is what I'm trying to say, I guess. They can be fun, but they're boring. Anyways, this is about Grand Archive. So first impressions of this deck seems interesting. Seems like it's a lot of temporary buffs, which I don't really enjoy. I'd rather get the value right away. But other than that, it seems interesting, and hope you guys enjoyed. And we're gonna do Ray starter deck next video. Later.